Hey there, this is a compilation of anime where the main character was looked down on, but he proved them wrong. Watch till the end to see some of the most satisfying comebacks in anime. By the way, there are 5 cultural anime in this video, and they are my old videos. Based on the anime Hypnosis, it seems like this teacher, Kotomi, witnessed a fight at a convenience store. Although she has settled the issue peacefully, the academy found out that the student council president was one of the students who was involved in that commotion. If this incident was found out by the public, their academy reputation will be tarnished. Therefore, they have to cover the truth by using the main character as a scapegoat, since he is just a nobody, and suspending him will not cause any harm to the academy. Since he has no eyes, he might become the Protein Man. No one messed with the Protein Man and gets away with it. So, he wants Kotomi to take responsibility for this incident. She told him that she will do anything to help him out. Since he is the Protein Man, he requested her to clean his Excalibur the eco-friendly way, since he wants to deposit some fresh protein in her as a parting gift. You guys can do that in real life too if you're out of idea. She is reluctant at first, but he told her this is his first and last time asking her for help.
わかりました。ですが、今回限りです。これからすることも忘れてください。
わかってる。こんなことお願いするのはこれが最初で最後だから。
Therefore, she accepted his request and started to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way. After a while, he deposited a lot of fresh organic protein in her, since protein is the international currency.
こっちも終わりました。坂下くん、最後に一つだけ。こういうことはこれっきりですからね。
約束は守る。先生へのお願いはこれで最後だ。明日からはいつも通りに。
それじゃ、私は行きますね。あなたも下校時刻なんですから、早く帰るように。
わかってるよ。それじゃ。
After that, he took a picture of her for fun. It seems like both of them are in good term before this incident.
ちょっと待ってください、坂下くん。
ああ、花森先生。何かよ。
何かじゃないです。さっきの授業の課題、あれは何ですか？
先生がモデルの人物画のこと？
On the next day, he went to meet her again and showed him a video of her eco-cleaning yesterday. It looks like he has recorded the entire thing in 4K.
ああ、お願いに来たわけじゃない。
それは昨日の。私を脅迫するつもりですか？
昨日より楽しいことをしたくてな。
She is shocked after seeing that and got angry at him. He told her that he has been suspended for something that he hasn't done. So, this is the least she can do for him. Then, he wants to meet her at the office after school. At night, she is waiting for him, and he really came. Then, he wants her to launch a pincer attack on his Excalibur for research purposes. After he used Protein Blast and gave her a facial treatment, he wants to explore her educational dungeon. She keeps asking him to stop, but there is not much she can do. After that, he gave her a lot of farm fresh protein pie to thank her for listening to his request. Ever since that day, she has become his personal protein receiver. On the next day, she is cosplaying on the rooftop, and he wants to explore her dungeon outdoor because he is a free man now. After he prepped the shit out of her dungeon, it's time for protein time, and she received a lot of creamy protein pie in the end. After that, he wants her to do solo Let's Play every day at school and report her gameplay stat to him. She rejects him, but he rejects her rejection. He even took a picture at the end. As a result, she has no choice but to obey his command.
わかりました。やりますから。
On the next day, when he is walking down the hallway, he met this blonde teacher, Matsubara, and she looks at him like he is some sort of trash. She ridicules him for being an outcast, but he does not give a shit about that. She got angry at him and left. Then, Kotomi came to meet him, and she is reporting her gameplay to him. It seems like she has completed a lot of single-player game today, and he informed her that he only asked her to play once a day.
声大きいです。誰かに聞かれたらどうするんですか？少なかったですか？
どんだけスケベだよ。
なんですか？バカにして。あなたいつも私をバカにするんですから。
普通は1回程度だろ。
She became flustered and wants him to stop making fun of her. After that, he wished her good luck and walked toward his class. During the lesson, Matsubara keeps scolding the students. since they are unable to solve the math equation although they are Asian. Perhaps they can go to the island and ask Stephen Hawking. Anyways, he does not care about her lesson, and he is using his phone to watch Kotomi's gameplay. Suddenly, a notification popped up, and she found out about that. Therefore, she wants to teach him a lesson.
反省しない上にその態度。教育が必要なようね。
二人きりで鍵閉められるとドキドキしてくるね。
好きなだけしてなさい。もっとも、それどころじゃ済まないけど。
She brought him to an empty room, and he is still talking back to her. She suddenly used a stun gun on him, and that shocked him. As a result, he passed out from that surprise attack.
私に逆らうのがどういうことかね。
気絶してたか。
After a while, when he wakes up, he took his phone from the cabinet. It seems like he has recorded everything, and he is going to use that to politely persuade her. When he informed her about the video, she lost her cool and wants to know what is he going to do with that. He told her that he wants to have some fun educational protein time with her. Despite that, she is still very prideful and does not know the position that she's in now.
遊んでやるためにな。逆らえばどうなるかはわかるよな。
本気みたいね。確かに私を見るあなたの視線は他とは違ってたわ。あなたは特に警戒していたのだけど。
ご愁傷様。
それは私のセリフよ。
She suddenly used the stun gun on him again. However, the same attack won't work twice on the legendary Protein Man. It looks like he has come prepared to come. Then, he used his own electric attribute attack on her and knocked her out. When she wakes up, she realized that she has been tied up to a chair and she couldn't move at all. She asked him to let her go immediately since he will not get away with it. I guess she still doesn't know that she is the one who couldn't get away from his Excalibur. Anyways, he set her hopes and dreams free and starts to perform a health inspection on them. To inspect them even more accurately, he used his Excalibur as a testing device and explored her woman-made dungeon. Eventually, he used Protein Blast on her, and this proved that she is healthy. Too bad I couldn't perform that health inspection on the editor. Anyways, he also recorded the entire health inspection too. I guess he is going to upload that and get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend. On the next day, he went to meet her again and showed her the video.
クズのくせに頭が回るのね。それで今日もまた、いやらしいことでもするつもり？
その通りだ。拒むことは無理だがな。
She suddenly took out a pepper spray, but she is no match for the Protein Man. He has Ultra Instinct and immediately disarmed her. He told her that he needs to put her in her place. So, he starts to explore her dungeon from behind. The dungeon exploration is very intense, and he kept using Protein Blast all the time. Since he is the Protein Man, that is not even enough to break a sweat. During that, he found out that she can perform the infinite food glitch. She immediately lost her prideful aura and begs him for mercy. I guess she doesn't want anyone to find out about her secret. After all of that, he is walking back to his class. A teacher suddenly called out to him and wants him to run an errand. However, since he is a Sigma, he rejects the teacher and continues to plot his game plan. On his way back to class, he spotted her with another teacher. She is talking shit about him behind his back. No one talks shit about the Protein Man and gets away with it. So, he called out to her and told them that she asked him to meet her at the office.
それではこれからまた。
あれ、松原先生。
あなた。
お前まだ残ってたのか。
はあ、松原先生に指導室で話があるって。
おう、なんだそうだったんですか。
いえ確かにそうだったわね。
それじゃあとはお任せします。
しっかり言いつけておきます。
She has no choice but to go along with him. When they are at the office, he told her that he is going to punish her for talking behind his back. As expected, he is going to use his almighty Excalibur to punish her. He wants her to apologize to him, but her ego is as big as her hopes and dream, so she refused him. Therefore, he has no choice but to punish the crap out of her dungeon. In the end, she actually begs him for forgiveness. The Protein Man has a big heart and big dick. Therefore, he forgives her by healing her dungeon with his Protein Blast. On the next day, during class, this blue-haired teacher, Kashima, is chatting with the students in class. Although she looks mature, she is actually very innocent and does not have any love experience.
よくわからないけど、私にはそういうイメージがあるのかしら。男性とお付き合いしたことないし、私ってそういうのに本当疎くて。
In the meantime, he is listening to them, and he is going to target her next. As usual, Kotomi came to meet him and give him her gameplay report.
ああ。
忘れてましたね。こんなひどいことさせて。 私もうしません。
悪かった。そのまま続けてくれ。
やっぱり止めてくれない。
片付けば可愛がってやる。我慢しろ。
我慢なんて。
During lunch break, he is thinking about Kashima and his next move. It looks like Kashima is the same as Kotomi, and she is also worried about him, since he was suspended for something he hasn't done. In addition, she also told him that she will give him an intensive one-on-one lesson. During the lesson, he wants her to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way because he loves the environment. However, she is naive and innocent, so she doesn't know how to do that.
ちょっと聞いたことない言葉で。
マジかよ。本当に説明必要？
ごめんね。お願いしていい？
Therefore, he starts to teach her. Damn, I don't know who is the teacher now. Anyways, they did a lot of cultural stuff during each lesson, and as always, he repaid her favor by giving her a lot of tasty creamy protein shake.
終わり。これで終わり。
After all of that, she still doesn't know what is she doing, but she hopes that he will get back on his feet. When she asks Kotomi about eco-cleaning, Kotomi is very shocked and quickly told Kashima that she should not say that in public. Then, she explained everything to Kashima, and she is enlightened.
良かれと思ってしてきたのに。
よう、こんなとこで珍しいな、リサ子。
あなたとの行為、確認したわ。すべて。
On the next day, Kashima went to meet him, and she is very angry at him for deceiving her all this time. As a result, she will not help him anymore. After that, he went to the infirmary to have a nap. The school nurse, Anna, only gave him an hour to rest.
具合は？
もう眠くて倒れそう。
サボりのために使わせるつもりではなかったのだけど。1時間だけよ。
サンキュー、先生。
Suddenly, he was waked up by her, and she told him that his time is up. In the meantime, he is observing her in 4K although he has no fucking eyes. It seems like he is planning to make her his personal protein receiver too. Then, he asked her to treat his sprained ankle. When she is going to treat it, he grabbed her hand and immediately tied her up. As expected of the protein man, the entire process happened so fast that the anime couldn't show it in time. She is surprised and asked him to stop, but he unleashed his Excalibur on her assets and used Protein Blast in the end. As usual, he took a picture of her and she lost her cool.
何をしてるの？取らないで。
さすがに感情も出るか。ばらまかれたくなければ言うことを聞いてもらうぜ。
そういうこと。
He told her that she should listen to him if she doesn't want to get sponsored by Opera GX. Anyways, he also sent a cultural picture to Kashima and wants her to meet him at the gym storeroom after school. Since she doesn't want to be cancelled, she has no choice but to meet him there. As expected, she is very angry at him for using such underhanded trick. However, he doesn't care because he still gets to explore her dungeon regardless.
ただ、これっきりよ。もうあなたのことを信じないから。
After that, they did a lot of intense and educational protein time in the gym storeroom because they want to keep fit. Trust me, protein time will burn a lot of calories. You guys can do that in real life too.
よう、アンナ。
何の用？
また気持ちよくさせてくれ。
拒否するわ。
拒否権はない。
On the next day, he went to meet Anna again. He showed her the picture from yesterday and wants her to help him out. She gave him a warning, but he does not really care since her career is more important than his academic. Therefore, she has no choice but to listen to him.
それを分かってて、またあんな真似をしようというのね。分かった。言うことは聞く。だから、自分を破滅させることはやめなさい。
お待て。破滅するから言うことを聞く？
そう言った。
正気かよ。脅してるやつを心配して言うこと聞くって。
He wants her to give his Excalibur some healing hands. After a while, he used Protein Blast because her healing skill is over 9,000. Then, he wants to explore her dungeon, and she couldn't reject the legendary Protein Man. In the end, he gave her the best protein pie she ever gets in her life. In the meantime, both Kotomi and Kashima are at the office, and they didn't know that both of them are his personal protein receiver.
もしかして彼、まさか私みたいに？うかつだったわ。あんなこと聞くんじゃなかった。バレてないわよね。
よう先生、元気してたか？
On the next morning, he entered the infirmary again and wants Anna to heal his morning Excalibur. She is so done with him, so she pushed him out and locked the door effortlessly. Now, that is something you don't see every day. Anyways, he saw Kashima, so she is going to be the one who heal his morning Excalibur. He dragged her away, and Anna wants to see what's going on.
リサ子？鹿島先生？
During that, she saw Kotomi too, and it seems like she is following Kashima around. Then, he is having protein time with Kashima in an empty classroom. Meanwhile, both Kotomi and Anna are watching the live-action movie in 4K. Unfortunately, the anime ended right there. This anime has 4 episodes, and this recap covers all of them. For the next anime, it is about a guy who obtained an overpowered skill, and he used it to challenge those who looked down on him. In a distant land, there is an arena where all the powerful warriors around the world gathered. This guy with the legendary hairstyle is the main character, and he has no eyes. Although he is a warrior, he is very weak compared to others, and he is quite low in the ranking. So, the others always look down on him and make fun of him. One day, he accidentally wandered into a strange tomb, and this is his first time seeing one. When he is looking at the marking on the wall, he suddenly has a painful headache. Then, he could hear a voice in his head. He did not smoke anything before this, so this must be real. Anyway, the voice told him that it is going to grant him power. After that, a strange mark appears on his right hand. It seems like his newfound power allows him to control others, and he is eager to carry out his revenge on those who look down on him.
他者を操る力催眠ってやつかいいぜやってやるよ俺をバカにしてきた連中にこの力で復讐してやる
Well, I guess he has become the legendary Protein Man. As I said before, no one messed with the Protein Man and gets away with it. So, they are going to get the Excalibur treatment from him later. Anyway, he is currently having a battle with this priest. Before the battle start, he used his power on her and asked her to get excited. Then, he told her that they should duel in a cultural manner. As expected, his power works flawlessly and she agrees to it. So, he made the first move by using his good old reliable Excalibur and charged directly into her dungeon. It looks like his attack is too much for her and she couldn't retaliate at all. Although he did not use Protein Blast, he already managed to defeat her one time and caused her to spawn a lot of holy water, which is enough to solve water shortage in Africa. Like the video if you're from Africa. Moving on, it looks like she still has a second life and she is not admitting defeat. However, she begs him to use Protein Blast to end her. He knew that she can only receive his Protein Blast once, so he asked her to admit defeat. After that, she quickly admit defeat, and he ended the battle by using his ultimate Protein Blast. Thus, the battle is over, and he is the victor on that day. She grovels and thanked him for giving her a lot of fresh organic protein shake. Well, I guess she could gain more muscle weight by receiving that. Don't ask me how I know that information. At nighttime, when he is at the bar, there is a dark elf questioning him, and her name is Viola.
随分と調子が良さそうだな。お前のような闘技場ランク最下位の男が短期間で急成長したとは思えん。どんな卑劣な手を使っているんだ。
It looks like she is sus of him, since he has been climbing in rank rapidly. It is a heresy to doubt the almighty Protein Man, so he told her that she should battle him next to find out the truth. Then, he used his power on her as usual.
疑うなら戦ってみるか。特別なルールでな。
特別なルール？普通に戦う以外に何かあるのか？
However, it seems like she is not affected by his power at all. He did not see that coming because he has no fucking eyes. Anyhow, Protein Man does not back down from a challenge. Therefore, he will be fighting with her in the arena regardless. During the battle, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his right eye. Well, his eyes have spawned, so shit is about to get serious. Anyway, she noticed that and took the opportunity to launch the first attack. At that moment, he used his power to make her stop. Fortunately, his power worked on her this time. Despite having a high magic resistance, his power exceeds her, and he managed to break through her defense.
なるほど。どうやら視線を合わせることで強力に催眠をかけられるということか。ここからは楽しいショーの始まりだ
After that, he begins the battle by launching a simultaneous attack on her superior elven genes and her dungeon. Although she was stopped in time, she definitely felt his attack, and she used Holy Water Blast after a short while. Then, he is going to use his Excalibur next. As expected, she is no match for his legendary Excalibur too, and she kept spawning a lot of fresh water. In the end, he used Protein Blast in her dungeon. In addition, he also undoes his power, and everything that she was supposed to feel when the time is stopped came to her in a flash, and she was defeated instantly. I guess this is what she deserved after doubting the almighty Protein Man. When he is walking back home, he was ambushed by someone, and they used the British way on him.
いきなり刃物とは穏やかじゃないな。
明日の試合辞退してもらおう。
これは要するに俺が勝つと困るってことか。
It is a woman, and she wants him to withdraw from the match tomorrow. He told her that everyone will be sus of him if he suddenly withdraw from the match. So, he told her that he is going to lose the match gracefully. Luckily, she agrees to it and lets him go.
その言葉忘れるなよ。
なるほど。昨べのはそういうことか。
On the next day, he looked at the tournament board and realized that everything made sense now. Then, someone called out to him.
よ、私はステルラ。いい勝負をしよう。
ああ、こちらこそ。
It is a red-haired lady, and she introduced herself as Stella. It seems like she is his next opponent, and judging by her armor, she seems to have some powerful backers. When the battle begun, he used his power on her, and his power worked on her. This time, he is going to use a different attack by using his Excalibur to shut her up. Coincidentally, that is what I did to the editor all the time. Anyway, she is launching pincer attack on his Excalibur as well, and it is not very effective. After a while, he gave her a lot of limited edition Protein Man's protein shake. Then, he used his Oscar-worthy acting to fool the crowd and admitted defeat.
ギブアップする俺の負けだ確かに約束は守ったぜ
Thus, he has lost the match, and the lady yesterday seems to be very satisfied with his performance. On the next day, he is looking at the ranking, and it looks like he has fallen to the double digit again due to the loss yesterday. However, he does not care about that at all, as long as he can get revenge on those who look down on him. Suddenly, he realized that Stella is right behind him, and it looks like she is quite angry at him. She knew that her winning the match is bullshit, since she was utterly defeated by him yesterday.
この前の戦い、私は自分の勝ちに納得してないからな。とにかくこのままじゃ終われない。私ともう一回勝負しろ。
It looks like she is pretty prideful, and she demands a rematch. Protein Man will never back down from any challenge, so he accepted her rematch.
仕方ないならこういうのはどうだ
私の弱点？
ああ、今からそこを鍛えるんだ。
As usual, he used his power on her, and she allows him to explore her dungeon without any resistance. He told her that she can train her resistance and defense at the same time. Fortunately, she doesn't doubt him, and keep taking on his Excalibur like a strong and independent woman. In the meantime, she keeps spawning a lot of holy water. Then, he wants her to play Piston Simulator 2024, and he used Protein Blast in the end. She thanked him for training her dungeon to be stronger and better. I think I will give my editor the same training too.
またろくでもないことをしているようだな。
Anyways, Viola wants to meet him, and it looks like she is still angry at him although she has lost the match fair and square.
あんたは俺が嫌いなようだが、それは俺といると発情してしまうからだよな。
He used his power on her, and that made her excited.
その通り。
これだからダークエルフは野蛮で嫌なんだ。
今日はこのくらいにしといてやる。
After she left, she went to the forest to do a solo Let's Play. Then, he suddenly appeared in front of her, and he is watching her gameplay in 4K although he has no eyes. She asked him to leave her alone, but he doesn't do anything. Despite that, she still continue her solo Let's Play because she is a true gamer. He knew that she needs the Excalibur treatment too, so he used Rapid Charge at her dungeon, and finished her with his ultimate move, the Protein Blast. One day, the priest is hanging out with her husband. Despite that, he still used his power on both of them, and he is going to show her husband the terror of NTR. Therefore, he starts the protein time right in front of her husband. However, since both of them are under his spell, there is not much commotion.
今から鍛錬ですか？
そうだ。まずは四つん這いになって片足を上げろ。
To finalize the training, he gave her a lot of homemade organic protein shake as usual.
その後、俺はギルドのトップ、アリーナ運営から呼び出しを受けた。
After a few days, he was called by the higher council. It looks like they are aware that he is the legendary protein man, and they knew about his power. Despite that, they are not going to stop him. Instead, they will help him out so he can use his ability to the fullest.
後のことは彼女から聞くといい。
これはつまり、俺が運営子飼いの闘技者になれたってことか。いいじゃないか。 これまで以上にやりやすくなった。
Well, the anime ended right there, and that is the end of my recap for this cultural anime. Too bad this anime only has 2 episodes, but I hope that they will release episode 3 in the future. For the next anime, the story is about a guy who works as a non-combatant, and he discovered that the higher up are going to discard his comrades in him. Therefore, he has to take matter into his own hand. The main character, Aaron, is working as a maintenance crew on this spaceship. One day, he realized that something weird is going on with this ship. It almost seems like the pilots were sent on an impossible mission all the time, so their survival rate is almost 0.
同僚や顔見知りの不可解な戦士。あまりに損耗率が激しすぎる。そう。まるであえて兵士を殺そうとしているような。上層部には 兵士を人減らしする計画がある。
He also heard a rumor which stated that the top brass want to downsize their personnel. Then he starts to snoop around, and he found something incredible. He has found ways to hypnotize others using this system. It is a brainwashing hypnosis program. This means that he is going to become the protein man. When the pilots are in the training pod, they assume that they are in a battle with the enemies.
始めてちょうだい。
今回のテストはリサ注意向けにチューンしたプログラムです。機体の反応速度が上がる分、パイロットの体にもかなりの負荷が予想されます。
上等じゃない。エースパイロットリサ・リンディをなめるんじゃないわよ。
In reality, they are getting their dungeon explored. He tried that on this lady, Lisa, who is the ace pilot. It seems like the program actually worked. She doesn't know that her dungeon is getting explored by him like no tomorrow. In the meantime, she is in a battle simulation.
何よこの数。こんなの一人で相手しろっていうの。
注意、さらにレベルアップ。
In the end, she has reached the peak, and he also used Protein Blast. After the intense battle is over, she is still in hypnotized state, so he asked her if there is something weird going on in this ship. She just told him that something not related to the rumor. He doesn't push her further for answer since she is not able to lie at that time. After she got out of the training pod, she doesn't know that she just got her dungeon explored by him. I mean, it is quite easy to feel that, right? Anyhow, he informed her that they will continue the test next time, and she became flustered when she heard that.
おかげでいいデータが取れました。次のテストではさらに効率を上げるようにしておきますので。
次？
何か問題が？
別に何でもないわ。機体テストならいつでも協力するから、また言ってちょうだい。
ありがとうございます。
In the meantime, at the ship command center, the sub-lieutenant, Xenia, is reporting to the captain, Maria, that she felt like something weird is going on in the ship. She felt like she has a memory lapse issue. The last thing she remembered that she is in the training room. After that, she realized that she is back at her room and she has no memory between that time period. After Maria heard that, she assured Xenia that she will come up with a countermeasure for that.
艦長権限の特別コード。女性クルーの勤務状況をチェック。個室でのプライベートもすべて含めて。
認証コード確認。展開表示します。
何よこれ。整備班のアーロン少尉。
when she went to extract the surveillance camera footage, she is shocked to see him exploring Lisa's dungeon in the training pod. I guess the cat is out of the bag now. Meanwhile, when Xenia is doing rounds around the ship, she saw him slacking off. She became angry and told him off. He apologized to her because he is too tired. Well, he just finished an intense battle yesterday, so it is understandable. Although he already stated his reason to her, she doesn't give a shit about that. After that, he used the hypnosis device on her.
では、再発防止のため周囲にご指導をお願いできますでしょうか。
指導？
上官は下士官に反省を促すため自分の体を使って指導をする必要がある。そうだろ、周囲。
That looks like some sort of laser, and she is in a trance when he pointed that toward her forehead. He told her that she should help him to solve his exhaustion issue since she is his higher up. In addition, she must help him out using her body because that is her responsibility as the ship's higher up. As expected, the hypnosis works, and she agrees to it. After that, both of them went to a secluded area so he could receive her help. Although it is secluded, there is a surveillance camera there. He set his Excalibur free and informed her that his Excalibur is out of energy and it is asleep now. Don't you guys hate it when that happened? Moving on, she became angry at him for displaying such a sorry sight to her. He suggested that she should launch a pincer attack on his Excalibur, so his Excalibur will be ready for battle to deal with the attack. After listening to that, she realized that what he said actually makes sense. So, she starts to launch a pincer attack on his Excalibur. It seems like his suggestion actually worked. I mean, how could it not work? His Excalibur is awake and ready for battle. After a while, he has used Protein Blast and repay her by giving her some all-natural organic facial mask. After that, she got angry at him for not being able to control himself. She informed him that he needs more guidance. Damn, he is definitely going to suffer from that now, right? Anyways, she starts to play Bouncing Simulator Space Edition with him. In the end, he has given her a lot of Farm Fresh Space Protein Shake. Suddenly, Maria barged into the room and she has caught him red-handed. She is using the Freedom Way to stop him. Despite that, he does not panic and calmly told her that she should respect others' privacy and not barging into his room. She doesn't give a shit about that and continued to point the Freedom toward him. He told her that he wants to get a lawyer, but she ignores him and told him that she is going to send him to another world now.
動くな。そんな必要はないわ。今この場で処罰してあげる。
Suddenly, someone attacked her from behind, so she fell to the ground. It is Lisa, and she is protecting him. Then, he is going to use the laser on Maria. I guess everything is according to his plan. He lured her into his room, so he doesn't need to think of a way to deal with her. Damn, as expected of the Protein Man, it looks like he is 69 steps ahead of her.
その前に人べらしの件たっぷりと聞かせてもらおうか。
あなた、どうしてそれを？
She is shocked when she found out that he knew about the plan.
マリア艦長、お前にはスパイの容疑がかかっている。今からお前は俺の尋問に全て答えるんだ。虚偽は許されない。
はい、わかりました。
Anyways, he brought her to the ship command center, and it seems like he has hypnotized everyone in that area. He wants to interrogate her about the downsizing plan. Before that, he wants her to change into her default skin, since she might have weapons hidden on her. Then, he wants to know what is the top brass planning. It looks like the rumor is true after all, and he is not actually insane for thinking that. She informed him that the maintenance crew is next on the list, since the crew is actually useless. He immediately lost his temper after hearing that. He commands her to grovel and apologize to his comrades who lost their lives. After that, he 360 no-scope her dungeon from behind for some top 10 gaming moments. Then, he suddenly has an idea. So, he dispelled the hypnotism on her. She did not see that coming, but she will be coming later. He is venting his anger by exploring the crap out of her dungeon like it's a free real estate. Not gonna lie, that is an effective method. You guys can do the same too in real life, since I am doing the same to my editor all the time. Moving on, while he is undergoing his anger management therapy, Lisa and Xenia are there too, and they are watching the therapy session in 4K. They are also doing solo Let's Play as well to feel involved. In addition, they are also surprised when they heard about the personnel downsizing plan. They thought that they are going to get disposed too. Maria quickly denies that when she heard that. Anyways, the anger management session ends with a blast, which is the Protein Blast. Ever since that day, 3 of them have become his personal protein receiver. This time, 3 of them are at the training room. I guess they are going to undergo an intense training with him. As expected, he is playing Fortnite Battle Royale with all of them, and he is taking turn exploring their dungeon once at a time. When he is training with Maria, he realized that she can do the unlimited food glitch. So, whenever she reached the peak, she can spawn the legendary homemade food at the same time too. In the end, he has given them a lot of farm fresh organic protein shake over and over again. It looks like all of them have been completely hypnotized by him, and they have accepted the protein man as their lord and savior. One day, Xenia is reporting the memory lapse issue to Maria again. However, this time, their uniform are very cultural appropriate. Anyways, Maria suddenly has a deja vu since this conversation happened before. After that,
確か以前にもこんなことがあったような。
he entered the command center and she called him lieutenant. She is surprised when she said that because he is not one yet. Then, he used the laser on her again and politely persuaded her that he would like to get his name removed from the downsizing program and gets 2 rank promotion at the same time.
わかっているな。
はい、ご主人様。
She agrees to his demand because she doesn't have any option anyway. Thus, that is the end of my recap for this cultural anime. This anime currently has 2 episodes. For this anime, the story is about a guy who was bullied by his childhood friends. They look down on him and treat him like a nobody. However, everything changed
when the Fire Nation attacked.
Everything changed when he met this purple-haired lady.
復讐したいんでしょ。その姉妹に新しい快楽を教えてあげなさい。
そんな都合のいい話あるわけ。
The story begins when this eyeless guy, who is the main character, is getting angry at something. Wait a second, he actually has a pair of eyes. Anyways, it looks like he has 2 childhood friends, and they are hired by his mom to become his home tutors. However, both of them looked down on him, and they kept talking down to him. In addition, they also treat him like trash, and he is nothing but an insect to them. To make matter worse, they also bullied him too when he was just a kid, and it seems like they are still the same now. He has no idea what did he do to deserve all of this, but he doesn't know that this is a canon event, since he is going to become the protein man soon.
あの2人には小さい頃からずっといじめられてるのに、もうこんな生活嫌だよ。
そこの君。
Anyways, someone suddenly called out to him. When he turned around, he saw a purple-haired lady, and she is wearing some extremely cultural clothes. He doesn't know where to look, since her superior genes are staring at him in 4K. Despite that, he still apologized to her, although it is not his fault. Then, she dragged him into the changing room. She informed him that she has heard everything that he said just now.
全部聞こえていたわよ。意地悪姉妹の話。
Apparently, he is thinking out loud just now since he is the main character. After that, she is interested in those bullies, and she wants to know how would he like to deal with them. He told her that he just want both of them to quit being his home tutors. She doesn't buy his bullshit and want him to tell her the truth. So, he told her that he wants to get revenge and make them suffer for everything that they've done to him. After listening to that, she is very satisfied with his answer and told him that he actually has a way to do that.
それが本音よね。で、もしその方法があるって言われたらどうする？
Then, she took out something and showed them to him. Those look like collars, and she explained that these are actually hypnosis devices. This means that he can control them as long as they wear the collars. He is surprised when he heard that, and it seems like he doesn't really believe her.
復讐したいんでしょ。その姉妹に新しい快楽を教えてあげなさい。
そんな都合のいい話あるわけ。
Despite that, he still took the items, and she wished him good luck. At home, one of the sisters, Serena, is going to be his home tutor for today. Although she is supposedly to be his tutor, she is not teaching him anything, and just using her phone. At this point, she is just getting free salary from his mom. Anyways, she is very loud for unknown reason. He asked her to lower her voice because he wants to focus on his study so he can become a doctor and make his family proud. She got angry at him for asking her a reasonable request and kicked him instead. At that moment, the collar fell out of his pocket. She noticed that and yoinked the collar.
なんであんたがこんなもの持ってるのよ。
あ、いや、これは人から預かったもので。
She wants to know where did he get that, and he told her that someone gave it to him. After that, she actually wears the collar herself, not knowing that she is going to become his protein receiver later.
やっぱり私にぴったりじゃない。これもらうわよ。いいわね。
自分からつけてくれたよ。どうせ無駄だろうけどやってみるか。
While she is admiring herself, he tries to activate the device, although he doesn't fully believe that it will work. Then, he told her that she wouldn't be able to remove the collar unless he said so.
そのジョーカーはもう二度と外せない。
は
俺がいいと言うまで。
After listening to that, she thought that he is high and tries to remove the collar. Then, he told her that her arms will get stuck.
腕が固まる。
What a surprise, her arms are actually stuck, and she might need some assistance from her stepbro. Anyways, she has no idea what is happening with her body.
本当に動けないんだ。
何これどういうこと？
After that, he told her that the collar will tighten if she tries to oppose him. As expected, the collar tightened around her neck, and she couldn't breathe. Thus, he has become the legendary Protein Man, and his journey of revenge begins now. He begins his first step by inspecting her superior genes. She asked him to stop, but running her mouth is the only thing she can do right now. He is carrying out taste testing on her hopes and dreams. Although she kept asking him to stop, her dungeon is honest with itself. Therefore, it is leaking a lot of holy water, and he knew that she is into this kind of shit. After the inspection is completed, he informed her that his Excalibur is ready for battle now. So, he unleashed the legendary Excalibur right in front of her. She is shocked when she saw that, and she ridiculed it for being nasty. No one makes fun of the Protein Man, and gets away with it. As a result, he used his Excalibur to shut her up. At that moment, there are only peace and tranquility in his room, while he is using her to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way. After a while, he has fed her some protein-rich supplement, but for unknown reason, she felt disgusted by it, and she is going to waste such rare delicacy. So, he politely asked her not to waste food, since kids in Africa could have eaten that premium gourmet. Since she was asked by him politely, she has no choice but to consume all of it. Trust me, she is definitely doing this out of her own free will, just like the editor. After that, she told him that she is going to call the cops and cancel him for life. However, she has underestimated the intellect of Protein Man. It looks like he has recorded the entire eco-cleaning session in 4K. He told her that she is going to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend if she told others about the incident just now. She got very angry at him, but there is nothing she can do since she cannot oppose him. As a result, she was successfully persuaded by him, and their secret is safe. Thus, her day of becoming his personal protein receiver has begun now.
どこが家庭教師なんだよ。教える気なんて全くないくせに。
On the next day, the other sister, Haruna, is tutoring him. However, she is the same as Serena, and she is not doing her work properly. She doesn't even care about him. It looks like he has dropped the collar on his bed accidentally. He definitely did that on accident, right? Unfortunately, she does not give a damn about that collar, and ignore it like how women ignore me in real life.
ダメだ。全く興味を引けない。どうしよう。そうだ。
お待たせしました。ウーロン茶って、あんた。
One day, he went to a karaoke place alone. It looks like Serena is working there. She is shocked when she saw him, and she got mad at him for stalking her.
セリナさんに会いに来たんだよ。ちゃんとチョーカーつけてるね。
He doesn't care about her rude remarks and told her that he required her help. He wants her to put on the collar on Haruna.
冗談じゃないわ。姉貴を巻き込むなんてお断りよ。
She immediately refused him, so the collar starts to tighten. In the end, it looks like she has no choice but to help him out. After that, he wants to punish her for going against him. Therefore, he wants her to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way. Now, that is some top-notch service from the waiter. Anyways, he told her that it's time for protein time. So, he wants her to get into position. When everything is primed and ready, he immediately charged into her dungeon. Even during all of that, she is still very rude and kept ridiculing him. Once again, no one makes fun of the Protein Man and gets away with it. So, he used the mic to attack her backdoor dungeon. She did not see that coming because she couldn't see shit from that position. After that, he kept launching both attacks simultaneously on both of her dungeon. After a while, the protein artillery is ready to fire. So, he used it against her dungeon. At that moment, she reached the peak too, and it looks like the attack are too much for her. Therefore, she has lost her will, and she will devote herself to the almighty Protein Man. You guys should do the same too, or he will come for you and on you. Anyways, he took a picture in the end for sponsorship purposes. On the next day, it is Haruna's turn to tutor him. As usual, she is not doing her work properly, and she is just chilling on the bed. Despite that, he does not care because he is waiting for Serena. After a while, she entered the room, and he knew that his time to come has come. Haruna is surprised because it is not Serena's turn to tutor today. Serena did not talk much and hand over the collar to Haruna. Without thinking much, she wears it immediately, and she is glad because it actually looks good on her. In the meantime, he is glad too, since everything is going according to his plan. Serena doesn't look happy, but there is not much she can do anyway. After that, Serena left the room, and Haruna is taking picture of herself with the collar, not knowing that she will become his personal protein receiver soon.
準備も整ったし、そのエロい体をいただくか。
Anyways, he used the device and asked her if she is going to wear that collar from now on. She got angry at him for a second, and he is worried since he thought that the collar is not working. However, after a while, she told him that she will wear it until he told her to remove it. At that moment, he is relieved and gave her a cultural command.
じゃあ、家庭教師をするときは優しく褒めるのも常識だよね。
もちろんよ。私はいつだってあなたに優しくしているわ。
あれ、勉強の時は下着姿になるんじゃなかったっけ？
After listening to that, she immediately removed her outer protective gear, and he is staring at her in 4K. Then, he wants her to be closer to him, since that will definitely help him to concentrate better. She followed his advice, and she is actually tutoring him for real this time. However, he is a failure as an Asian, since he is not focused on his math homework. Then, she sat on his Excalibur, and his Excalibur immediately became ready for battle. She noticed that, and she asked him to focus on his homework. Despite that, he politely requested her to clean his Excalibur the climate-friendly way, since the climate change is real. She loves the environment, so she starts the eco-cleaning. Her cleaning power is over 9,000, so he is going to use Protein Blast in a short while. In the end, he has rewarded her with a lot of homemade organic protein shake. She knew that wasting food is bad, so she consumed all of that without wasting a single drop. The editor should definitely learn from her. Anyways, he told her that he is still having a hard time solving the problem. Therefore, he told her that he might find the answer in her dungeon. Although she is controlled by him, she told him that the dungeon is off limit, since she already has a fiancé. He respects her opinion, so he told her that he is going to explore her backdoor dungeon. She did not see that coming, but she will be coming later. It looks like this is the first time someone has explored her backdoor dungeon. Therefore, he is the first one who has entered this dungeon. She asked him to stop and leave her backdoor dungeon alone. However, he does not give a shit and continue to explore the crap out of her dungeon. In the end, he came, and he conquered her backdoor dungeon. She also reached the peak at the same time, so that is quite wholesome, right? Anyhow, he congratulates her and informs her that she has become the exclusive guardian of his Excalibur. In addition, he also wants her to wear a maid outfit whenever she is tutoring him. As expected, she accepted his request, and she is definitely doing that out of her own free will, right? On the next day, she is tutoring him while wearing a maid outfit. It looks like she is teaching him math today as well, since he failed to solve the problem last time. This time, he informed her again that he needs to find the answer, and the answer can only be found in her dungeon. In the end, she was finally persuaded by him, and she gave him the dungeon pass. Now that he has received her consent, he is not going to get cancelled. Without wasting any time, he charged into her dungeon to search for the answer. Right before he is about to use Protein Blast, he asked her if he is free to use it inside her dungeon. As expected, she rejected his request, so he used the device on her. As a result, he is free to use Protein Blast whenever and wherever he like in her dungeon. In the end, he has given the finest protein pie she could ever received in her life. Right after that, Serena entered the room, and she is shocked when she found out about their educational practical lesson. She told Haruna that she is being tricked by him. However, Haruna did not listen to any of it, since she has devoted herself to the legendary Protein Man.
姉貴、こいつに騙されちゃダメ。こいつは。
It is rude to interrupt others, so he used the device on Serena and politely asked her to get ready on the bed.
セリナさん、ベッドの上でスカートまくってよ。勉強するからさ。ほら早く。
やればいいんでしょ。
After that, Haruna has spawned a fake Excalibur, and she has equipped it. It looks like she is going to explore Serena's dungeon for some top 10 pride moments. He is glad because he could finally play Fortnite Battle Royale with them. In the meantime, that purple-haired lady is watching their gameplay in 4K. She is very satisfied with the outcome, and it looks like she is choosing her next target. Right after that, the anime ended right there. Thus, that is the end of my recap for this cultural anime. This anime currently has 2 episodes. This is the last anime, and the story is about a guy who was abandoned by his father. Then, his father remarried, and have a happy family while he is suffering with his mom. Therefore, he bears hatred toward his father, and he wants to take revenge on his father's daughters. The main character, also known as the Protein Man, because he has no eyes. He is sitting on the bench while plotting something. It seems like he wants to exact revenge on his father.
そしてその男こそ俺の実の父親であり、俺が生涯をかけて復讐すると誓った男。それはまだ俺が幼く、母が生きていた頃。思い出すのは痩せこけた母の背中と貧しい生活。そこに父の姿はなかった。
It all started when he was just a kid. He is living together with his mother. They are very poor and having a hard life. In the meantime, his father is a very famous scholar who has established a prestigious academy. Although he is living a very good life, he did not even bother to visit his wife and son. This made the Protein Man very angry at his father. One day, his mom brought him to meet his father. However, he refused to meet both of them and ignored them like they are some sort of trash.
旦那様はお会いになりません。どうしてですか？一目だけでもお願いですから。
He saw 2 girls on the 2nd floor. They are staring at him. He immediately realized that his dad has abandoned them and remarried with someone else. This made him very angry at his father for discarding them like trash. Wait, I just realized that he has eyes that time. I guess he lost his eyes after that, to become the legendary Protein Man. After a few years, his mother has passed away because she overworked herself. He is all alone now, and he has no choice but to work a lot of part-time job to keep himself alive. Throughout these years, he still did not forget about his hatred toward his father. He decided to get revenge on his father by destroying the academy that he built and using Protein Blast on his daughters. Well, that's enough backstory for now. As I said before, he is sitting on the bench outside the academy. He is trying to find some ways to get into the academy. He does not know how to do that because the security is very strict. He wished that he could get some sort of power and become the true Protein Man.
ならばその力、私が与えてあげましょうか。あら、驚かせちゃってごめんなさい。
Suddenly, a woman called out to him. It is a lady in cloak. It felt like she has read his mind and asked him if he wants power. He is surprised to see her and asked her about her identity. She ignored his question and showed him a stopwatch. She told him that it can completely stop time.
このスイッチを押すことで、周りの時間を止めることができる。
時間を止められる？バカバカしい。
He thought that she is high from smoking too much protein. He obviously does not believe her bullshit. However, after he said that, she used the watch and the time has stopped completely. He is shocked after seeing that. He did not expect that she is telling him the truth. He did not see that coming because he has no fucking eyes. After that, he received the watch from her and has become the true legendary Protein Man with time magic.
信じられるわけがない。しかし、実際に俺は目の前で見た。そんなバカな。
この力、どう使うかはあなた次第。面白いものが見られるの楽しみにしてるわ。
He is very satisfied with the power that he received. However, he is not letting his guard down. Although he has this godlike power, he is not going to charge straight into the academy without learning the full potential of his power. He keeps using the watch to test the limit of his power. After he had made his preparation, it is time for protein time. He is going to start his revenge. No one abandoned the Protein Man and gets away with it. All of them are going to feel the wrath of Protein Man.
楽しみにしてなクソ親父。今からお前の大切なものを全部ぶち壊してやる。
He used his power and entered the academy without giving any fuss. His targets are his stepsisters, Kanoko and Hina. He is going to show them the power of Protein Man by giving them protein time. After searching for a while, he finally found both of them in a classroom.
あのクソ野郎が大切にしているもの、全部ぶち壊してやる。まずはこの学園だ。
What a coincidence. Both of them are alone together in the classroom, so this just make his job easier. He is observing them and decided to start his revenge by targeting Hina first. He is checking out her homegrown melons to feel the texture and softness. After that, he used his power to unfreeze her. When she is free from his power, she is shocked to see him right in front of her. She also found out that he is checking out her melons. He told her to calm the fuck down, because this is not a misinput. He is going to give her the protein time whether she likes it or not, because no one can reject the protein man. She asked Kanoko to help her out, but she is completely frozen. Even if she is there, both of them have no chance against the protein man. After melon time is over, he stops the time again. He wants to clean his Excalibur, so he used her to clean his Excalibur the eco-friendly way. When his skill gauge is about to be full, he unfrees her and used his ultimate protein blast on her for the meme. She did not see that coming, but he is coming anyways. After that, he frees her again. It is Kanoko's turn to get the protein now. They should feel grateful, because instead of receiving flying knives, they are getting some premium grade protein. Anyways, when he unfrees her, she is also shocked after seeing him. However, there is not much she can do because he is the protein man. He freezed her again and gave her the blessing of Excalibur. He found out that this is her first time getting the blessing of Excalibur. After that, he unfrees her, and she is shocked from the surprise Excalibur attack. She did not see that coming, but she will be coming later. As the protein man, he is fair to all and will give everyone an equal share of his protein, including you guys. After he is done with Kanoko, he is going to give some protein to Hina too. He unfrees her and 360 no-scope her for some phase montage. This is also her first time getting 360 no-scope. After that, he keeps giving both of them a lot of limited edition protein man's protein until he is satisfied. After the protein time is over, he left both of them. When someone entered the student council room, she is shocked to see both Kanoko and Hina lying down on the floor with a lot of fresh organic protein. Well, that is first step of him getting revenge. He still hasn't forget his true purpose. He is going to destroy this academy for the sake of his revenge.
俺や俺の母親を捨てた男。エクセレント女学園の学園長への復讐のため、時間が自由自在に止められる装置を手にし、学園へと侵入した俺。さあ、次のターゲットはドイツかな。時間なんて止め放題だ。まだまだ俺の復讐は終わらないぜ。
He used his power again and roam around the school. He spotted some rich-looking lady in the locker room. He went into there and hides himself in one of the lockers. After that, he unfrees time, so he can watch them in 4K although he has no eyes. I guess he must be using observation hacky. Moving on, after enjoying the view for a while, he is bored, so it is time for protein time. He used his power to stop time.
さて、まずはドイツからかな。
After that, he is going to show them the power of Excalibur, one by one, until all of them are filled with the legendary Protein Man's protein. They should be grateful to him, because protein is very important for their health. This is why you guys should eat some protein every day. I am requesting my editor to do the same too, so she can stay healthy and edit well. Anyways, all of them tried to ask for help, and the only help they are going to get is from the Protein Man. He gave them a lot of protein and healed the shit out of them as usual. After that, he took a picture to keep it as a good memory. After he is done with 3 of them, he is going to bless everyone in the academy with his Excalibur and protein. It seems like he did not forget his role as the Protein Man. He knew that he has to be equal to all, and his protein must be received by everyone. After he finished his Noblesse Oblige, his work of art has been found out by others outside the Academy. Every media company is reporting about the protein incident at the Academy. I guess this is the result that he wants.
もうこの学園は終わりだ、あの男も。あの女は何者だったんだろう。だがもうそんなことはどうでもいい。どこの誰だかわからないが、おかげで俺の復讐は終わったのだ。
However, due to some anime bullshit, the Academy did not close down and it is operating as usual. Although it is still operating, there is only a few left in the Academy. Everyone who received the protein has transferred to another Academy or they are currently in the hospital. There are still some students who attend the Academy. It seems like they are absent on that day and did not get the blessing of Excalibur. Instead of running away and take a leave, they are going to enjoy their school life. I guess they underestimated the power of Protein Man, and this is the last time they are going to enjoy coming to the Academy.
だからって、こうして今もあんなことがあったこの学園に通ってる私たちが変わり者だったっけ。
みんなで卒業したいです。今さら他の学園に行くなんて耐えられません。
そうね、やめましょう。私たちは助かったんだから。犯人もきっとそのうち捕まって。
Speaking of the Protein Man, he is back at the Academy again. He used his power to stop time and want to meet those brave souls who dare to step into his playground. After finding out their identity, it is time for protein time as usual.
喜べ。今日はお前らのためだけの特別補習授業だ。
He gave them a lot of limited edition Protein Man's protein. As expected of the Protein Man, he really wants them to take a lot of protein and stay healthy. As the saying goes, a protein a day will keep the doctor away. Moving on, after he is done with his responsibility, the teacher came. She found out all of them are covered in protein. She is shocked and has no idea what to do. She could only cry at that time. Too bad she will not be receiving any protein from him. Maybe that will calm her down. The academy has been fully shut down, and the authorities are securing the perimeter around the academy. It seems like he already got his revenge. Well, that is the end of my recap for this cultural anime. This anime currently has 4 episodes only. It is a shame that the ending is not that satisfying. Maybe they should release episode 5, where he confronts his father. By the way, this anime was released 8 years ago, so I don't think they will be releasing episode 5. These are the comments and feedbacks for this anime from a cultural website. So, what do you guys think about the revenge plot and the time-stopping power in the anime? Let me know in the comment section below after you watched it alone or with your families.